Why did a billion-dollar company venture into the most productive yet volatile cryptocurrency investment ever? Why did the now second richest man on Earth, since Jeff Bezos has refused to give up the title, buy Bitcoin worth $1.5 billion? I get it too, the questions don't end if left unanswered. Instead, they multiply. But you're lucky and in the right place, because this video was created to answer all the why, what, and how questions concerning Elon Musk's decision to buy Bitcoin. You can call me his right-hand woman. It is almost impossible to have not heard of Tesla CEO Elon Musk. If he is not being talked about as one of the richest men in the world, his SpaceX inventions are breaking ground, figuratively and literally. Then there are his memes you can't seem to miss on Twitter, his friendship with the popular rapper and now richest Black American Kanye West, and then there is the purchase of $1.5 billion of Bitcoin that got the world shaking. I will be talking about the effect of this purchase and the future of Tesla. Elon Musk is indeed a brilliant man, and it has been evident since the age of 9 when he read the entire Encyclopedia Britannica, taught himself programming at age 10, and built his own game at age 12. We will never get tired of talking about these things because they are simply incredible. Let's get back to the question that got you here. What is the reason for the purchase of Bitcoin, and why that much? Elon Musk tweeted, "When fiat currency has a negative real interest, only a fool wouldn't look elsewhere." Fiat currency controls the economy, and the negative real interest means that the inflation rate is at an increase that surpasses the normal rate. This means that rent goes up, food prices go up, basically, everything goes up except the value of the money. He later explained how difficult it was for him to receive a return on his company's cash, and that led to the purchase of the large sum of Bitcoin. A conversation that transpired between the CEO of MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, and Elon Musk revolved around Michael Saylor's company purchasing $1.3 billion worth of cryptocurrency in December of 2020. This most likely interested the Tesla boss, plus the announcement made by MicroStrategy, which entailed its plans to use $900 million gotten from a convertible debt sale and to use the proceeds to accumulate even more Bitcoin. Tesla acquiring the $1.5 billion investment in Bitcoin made it the latest major corporation to make such an investment, which also included its plan to accept cryptocurrency as payment for its product. So what does the company gain from this decision? Certain corporate finance professionals thought it an unwise and avoidable risk for Tesla, but Elon Musk didn't think that. And here are the possible reasons why Tesla is buying Bitcoin. Were you expecting the first reason to be for profit? I'm glad I got you, but we'll get to that later. In a statement filed with the regulator, the Securities and Exchange Commission, has stated that Bitcoin is a way to diversify cash equivalent holdings in cash itself. It is common for corporations to have excess cash and cash equivalents, which are usually in the form of commercial paper or treasury bills, in their books, and this means that there will be a provision of operational liquidity which will be generating returns under limited risk. In Tesla's words, quote, "We are updating our investment policy to provide us with more flexibility to further diversify and maximize returns on our cash that is not required to maintain adequate operating liquidity." Of course, Tesla knows the volatility of Bitcoin and how its rate could rise as well as fall into dangerous seas. Quote, "If we hold digital assets and their values decrease relative to our purchase prices, our financial condition may be harmed," says Tesla. Yet after the purchase of Bitcoin by Tesla and Elon Musk's announcement, Bitcoin hit its all-time heights with one Bitcoin selling for $50,000. So did Tesla make the right decision, or is Elon Musk the greatest influencer? The uproar caused by the announcement of this investment was like no other, trending with more than 1 million tweets, invading the financial spaces, and making it a topic for the world to talk about. I even made a video talking about it. But I don't think this decision was made as a publicity stunt. This is Tesla, this is Elon Musk, and anything he does will go viral, even tweeting an emoji or just a single word. Another reason is he announced that Bitcoin will soon be an acceptable form of payment for vehicles. That cancels the investment as a publicity stunt, since it seems more likely a business idea. A cryptocurrency is a form of payment that supports the future system of exchange, although its volatility makes it risky. Tesla purchasing $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin and its plan to accept Bitcoin as payment is causing a change that is beginning to get comfortable with the acceptance of cryptocurrency. Talk about influence. Cryptocurrency started as an attempt to create payment unaffiliated with fiat currency, and Bitcoin's creation in 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto was a starting point to achieving this goal. Then there's Tesla, a company that produces electric-powered cars that are breaking bounds. It's different from fossil-fueled vehicles with its direct-to-consumer sales, which is uncommon to other auto companies who use an affiliated dealership for sales, making Tesla a trendsetter like Bitcoin. The decentralized assets of Bitcoin and that of Tesla make them more similar than you might imagine, and a good reason to trigger the interest of Elon Musk. Now envision an investment made by a massive company with the most expensive cryptocurrency. This is where the profit, strategy, connection, and dealership roles are manifested. Here are 2 questions so many have been anticipating for answers. The first is, what are the risks involved in this purchase? The whole world knows the high volatility of Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies combined. Now Tesla has ventured into crypto with its own digital assets, which is in the past is known for its unpredictability. The investment could increase the risk and uncertainties for other investors, businesses, and customers in the long run. This doesn't answer the profit or loss questions, and a lot of people might have, like I said, uncertainties. Then there is the lack of a physical form of Bitcoin, whose existence is based on technology for spending and earning. Down to its creation, this has been a factor of distrust for some who do not agree with the idea of cryptocurrency. The second question is, how are investors reacting to Tesla buying Bitcoin? A multi-billion-dollar company buys a large sum of a volatile, non-physical, decentralized currency. This purchase, added to his worth, made him the richest man on Earth. This purchase increased the shares of Tesla by 1.31%, and it skyrocketed Bitcoin to an all-time high at $50,000. Of course, investors will have opinions and reactions to it. Here are some. The TD Ameritrade chief strategist J.J. Kinahan said, and I quote, "I think one of the big issues we'll see that many people had going into this was, should I trade Tesla as a technology company, or should I treat Tesla as an automobile company? In my opinion, it fits into neither of those niches. So if you're planning on investing in Tesla, make sure to seek out a professional for advice." I think $1.5 billion is a contained, manageable amount relative to their balance sheet. However, if they double that amount, then I think it starts to raise issues for investors. Investors don't want to see it overshadowing the underlying Tesla EV growth story, says John Ives, the managing director of Tahoma Ventures. Yes, I do agree with John Ives. If Tesla had bought double of what they bought, a lot of shoulders will be raised, and an investigation for fraud will totally be seen lurking around Elon Musk. Drew Hinks, who is a well-known attorney at Carlton Fields, a law firm who specializes in cryptocurrency and blockchain-related legal issues, said, "So many investors are trying to figure out a way to get access to the value of these assets, and crypto assets are not the easiest assets to handle." I have talked about the volatility of cryptocurrencies, and its technological nature seems to be what Drew Hinks is referring to here. Getting hold of assets is still being researched on how to find the easiest and best way to access them, and now there are crypto assets that are the worst to handle. For investors who may want to get access to the financial impact, whether it's positive or negative, Tesla may be an attractive way to get some exposure to the asset without directly purchasing it, he continued. Well, Drew believes the Bitcoin investment to be attractive and lucrative exposure, and so do a lot of other people too. Dell, Expedia, and furniture company Overstock have started the acceptance of Bitcoin for years, which got the US to establish a sufficient legal infrastructure for the regulation of all Bitcoin transactions and investments. For this to function accordingly, the company must follow all regulatory requirements as they make disclosures a necessity. The Financial Crimes Enforcement Network will be using Tesla to monitor, regulate, and report any suspicious transaction. Tesla's plan to accept Bitcoin as payment might have serious issues with one of its biggest buyers in Asia, particularly China. With Beijing prohibiting the selling and buying of cryptocurrencies and whatever transactions that involve cryptocurrencies, this option might be a problem for China. In Japan, there is a subsidy scheme of 400,000 yen on electric vehicles. If the payment option is changed to cryptocurrency, it might affect the subsidy and complicate the processing for buyers. But I do not think cryptocurrencies will be replacing the normal payment option, it will only be added as another form of payment. But we will wait to see the future plans of Tesla. Make the comment section your own and share what you think about this investment made by Tesla. Will it serve them well in the long run? Is it the best decision to have been made? What was your reaction to the news when it was announced? Finally, do not forget to subscribe and like this video. Catch you later!